Hello, 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 folks. Welcome to the Hello World Podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Listen, thanks for tuning in and thanks for listening wherever you are around this planet. And for those who are new, I just wanted to let you know that my podcasting is about personal growth, mastering ourselves, our understanding ourselves in this absolute complicated world and trying to figure out who we are, what's really going on, maybe finding solutions. And in the meantime, using actually astrology as a GPS for the personal and collective. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And my favorite question, as always, how are you doing and how are you handling these crazy energies? God Almighty. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. In the last couple of months, folks, the energies are so incredible intense, and everything is just kind of almost spinning in circle that it's almost very difficult even to figure out what the heck are we dealing here. Because number one, it's very fast, and number two, it is so mixed up with so many other stuff that look like I said. It's a incredible cocktail of combinations. And so, as I was kind of preparing myself for today for the podcasting, I was actually even not sure will I will do it today or will actually wait a little. But then I said, oh, wait a minute, kind of some energies were coming to the surface, and I said, it's still good to kind of do the podcast for today. So anyway, as I was, observing what's really going on, and actually we are having tomorrow solstice and summer solstice. So it means, the energy is getting shifted. The sun will move into the Cancer and moving out the Gemini. Okay, let me just go maybe for the constellation, what's where the planets are right now. The sun is still in Gemini. We have Moon in Aquarius, Mercury in Cancer. Venus is in Gemini, Mars is in Cancer, Jupiter is retrograde in Sagittarius, Saturn is retrograde in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune Pisces, Pluto retro in Capricorn, Chiron Aries, Cancer, not, wow, it's going forward, and Lilith in Pisces retrograde. So, as I always like to ask the question, so what does that mean for us? Well, as we've been going through this Gemini energy, so many aspects came to me. But as it kind of, right now shifting tomorrow into the Cancer, which will end up to be a whole new ball game, meaning we will have folks so much emotional energy, and the energy will slow down. So be prepared for that aspect. If you will end up to be emotional, if you will have a lot of memories, old memories coming to the surface, do not get surprised because the true North Node is in Cancer. So look, like I said, this will end up to be, playing us, until end of the year before that North Node moves into Gemini. So, this will actually help us, to deal with a lot of our past memories that we are still holding, especially if people are holding the pain. That will help us to kind of reintegrate maybe a new story, new picture. And actually, Gemini is also about storytelling, so as this whole month was going on with Gemini, I'm sure you ended up to have a lot of stories brought to the surface. Look at it again from the point of today, and recognizing and maybe rearranging those pictures and say, today I see this maybe from a different angle or from a different aspects, and reinstall a new story or correct the story from the past. So, and that could actually bring a lot of healing potentials, because the Lilith is also pushing still all the old fragments from the Pisces energy and bringing to the surface for the healing, so that we can move into the Aries, into the new cycle. And Aries having the Chiron, or Chiron being in Aries for the next 6.7 months, that will also bring a lot of healing into the old pattern, old belief system. So as we can see right now, we are going through such a heap of different aspects. It's just mind-boggling. But what I decided, what I would like to kind of focus on Gemini lessons, what I am experiencing, or maybe what conclusions I came to it, is that I'm recognizing that to find a solution, we cannot find a solution if we are just constantly looking for the horizontal aspects, okay, or from linear thinking, folks. It's just not gonna happen, because I've been following so many situations and so many aspects, and it's just not happening. As you can see it, especially right now on the world stage, all the struggles, all the stuff, what's really going on, and all the shifting, what's really going on, is that people are hoping for some steps, and nothing is happening. Okay, and it's pretty much a huge disappointment for many people. And what was really interesting, actually, I came across this information. Let me just kind of pull out the YouTube. And as I was actually, one of his YouTubes showed up on my Facebook page, maybe beginning of the week. And I kind of decided to kind of listen into it, and actually blew my mind. And this guy is from Germany, and his name is Alex Burkhardt. And many of you who know me from the beginning of my podcasting, I speak 4 different languages. So I am fortunate enough. I speak English, German, Serbo-Croatian, and Hungarian. So that gives me the privilege to find information in all those languages. And I will tell you this: it's a gold mine for me to be able to listen from many different aspects, and putting all those pieces together, folks. So if you are interested to learn more about this guy, Alex Burkhardt, I'm sure I didn't actually check his website out so far, but I'm sure you will be able to find incredible information. And what really hit me with his information is that he was showing or explaining that in order for us to understand, we really have to need to know the deeper picture here, which I totally agree, and what he was really kind of pointing out is to the spiritual aspect, okay, that it is hugely important to understand the energies behind, because he talks about, we have energies, happening in front of us, which is actually the superficial aspect most of the time. And this is why people are saying nothing, it seems the way it is, okay? And that's very true. And he was actually, comparing this whole story to look like a mushroom. That, you have the mushroom, and then you have, the psyllium, the network of the mushroom underneath the underground. And as he's talking about, we are dealing with this um, scenario in front of us, but then there's a scenario beyond us or beyond what we are dealing with. And then he's talking about also with a scenario in the underground. And talking about the battle for the planet on the much deeper level. I mean, he did not express everything, or I did not have a chance to listen to everything, so I'm still missing the information. But it is absolutely fascinating to me that, yes, I totally agree. And what is very interesting, he talks also about that these forces that are, planning all this, what is really happening in the world, they are all in the background. And what is very interesting, these forces know everything from the spiritual aspect, folks. And all these movements and what is happening on the political stage, it's all already pre-planned for thousands of years. He's talking about the world plan that is, already staged. And so practically, those puppets are using the strings and how they are working behind. So this is my whole new research, folks. I like to kind of add always these type of stories so that can actually make sense more for us. Oh yeah, and another thing is what it really kind of shocked me when I was listening to his YouTube is that he's talking about we are still in age of Pisces until 3,500, I think 73 or something, before we move into the age of Aquarius. And also, this been actually manipulated and fooled us to what's the word? To kind of distract, okay? And when I was listening to that, it really kind of hit me that when I had my radio show, I had somebody on my show who was talking about that the history is not as we've been taught. That that the history is manipulated, and actually, I'm not quite sure what's the gentleman name from Russia who has a PDF outside. I think his name is Nikolai something, where he talks about that they've been inserted over 1,000 years in our history. So as I was putting these two things together, I said, oh my God, that makes sense. Because we are not in the Aquarius age for another almost, let's just say maybe 14 or 1500 years. So then this whole research from different angles kind of covered what I knew already, not everything, but already. So folks, I would say, try to research a little and find for yourself also, about the history, that the history is different than we've been taught in the school. And so remember, I talked about this for many podcasting prior, that actually we cannot solve the problem if something is not matching, okay? So it is just so actually extraordinary that all these issues are coming on the surface. And remember, that's actually the Jupiter we have right now in Sagittarius that is retrograde. It's showing us that the truth, what you thought is the truth, it's not the truth. Okay? And many stuff will end up to be revealed to you. And, Gemini has also the characteristics of the trickster. So now we can see actually all those different aspects actually where we've been tricked into believing that, we are going in what